Good morning and welcome back to Community Connections. I'm Lily Yeager, Marketing Director for the Greensburg-Decatur County Chamber of Commerce. This morning we're joined by Main Street Greensburg Director Allison Beck. But before we dive into today's conversation, I wanted to share a few upcoming chamber events. Starting off tomorrow, we're hosting our first HR Power Hour of the year with the Indiana Department of Labor from 11:30 to 1 p.m. We will have the Deputy Commissioner of Labor and the Deputy Commissioner of Indiana OSHA with us, and the lunch will be sponsored by River Metals Recycling. We also have registration and sponsorship opportunities for the 2026 Ad Day Breakfast available. The breakfast will take place on Saturday, February 7th from 7:30 to 9:30 a.m. at Next Generation Inc.'s Red Barn, located at 335 Smith Road. This year's speakers include Pat Karst, he's the Vice President of Halderman Real Estate and Farm Management, Brian Owens with Land Pros, and Aaron Galt of Advanced Agrilytics. Be sure to register online at greensburgchamber.com/events to join us and hear insights on the current agricultural market from these industry experts. Also in February, we have 2 ribbon cuttings scheduled, both on February 13th. The first will be for Haggerty Dental Studio at their new location, 1531 North Commerce East Drive, Suite 1, from 12:30 to 1. And then later that afternoon at 3:30 p.m., we will celebrate Copper Coyote, a fast-growing permanent jewelry venture owned by none other than the Allison Beck, who we have in studio today. Located inside Dog-Eared Pages at 114 South Franklin Street, Suite 1. Be sure to check them out on Facebook to learn more. We'll also be hosting our legislative update on February 20th. This event is free and open to the public with a light lunch provided. More information and registration details will be coming soon. Next time on Community Connections, we'll be sitting down with Joyner Homes. Be sure to keep up with everything happening at the Chamber by following us on Facebook at Greensburg-Decatur County Chamber of Commerce. And now this morning we are joined by Main Street Greensburg. Welcome, Allie.
Hi, thanks for having me.
So first, let's start off. What exactly is Main Street Greensburg? What do they do for the community?
So we are a 501c3 nonprofit. Our entire mission is supporting the downtown businesses and making our downtown a vibrant, thriving place. If you've seen over the last 20 years, our downtown has improved tremendously, and that is the work of all of the staff and volunteers that came before me and continued efforts. So essentially we raise funds to offer grants, technical assistance, and have events that promote our downtown district.
And how big is the Main Street district that you cover?
So it's actually grown recently. We go from about Montfort to Lincoln Street, and then Central to I want to say the railroads. There is a little bit of a jog out to and capture Heritage Hill events. So we have a big rectangle that's a lot bigger than what you would think. It's not just the immediate square. So we support over 120 businesses inside our district.
Oh, wow. And what kind, as you mentioned before, like the volunteer opportunities, what is available? Like, what does that entail?
So we have a lot of volunteer opportunities. Some more traditional that are very set in stone, whether you're going to be, an event volunteer. You can come just show up 1 or 2 days a year and help us out in an event, whether it's helping kids to complete an activity, helping maintain a line for a character at the holiday walk. There's other commitment levels. You could become a committee member. So maybe that's less physical activity, but you're a brain in a room helping us come up with programs. You can be a board member, which is a little bit more of a time commitment. Same efforts as all of the aforementioned commitment levels. And then there's some also non-traditional ways of volunteering with us. So just this morning we were downtown taking down the holiday decor on the square, and RAMC volunteers for us every year. So it is kind of one-off. It's not something that's set in stone in our bylaws of what kind of volunteer position that is. But we have a lot of really unique collaborations where local businesses will help volunteer to help us serve our mission.
Oh, that's great. And what type of what are you looking for in a volunteer?
Everyone has a skill that is going to be an asset to Main Street Greensburg. We have a variety of, Some people are retired residents and maybe they have skills from their past, but they don't have current working experience. We have professionals from finance industries to manufacturing. We have people who are stay-at-home moms that have joined our volunteer base. So anyone has a talent or a skill or something that is going to help us serve our mission. We are really good at finding what people like and are passionate about, what drives them, and helping apply that to their volunteer position with us.
That's great. So it's really open to anyone willing
Absolutely.
to help.
Absolutely.
Why would someone choose specifically to volunteer with Main Street Greensburg?
So you really see the return on your investment of your time when you are putting together an event for 6,000 people downtown, like the Holiday Walk. You see those 6,000 people there enjoying it, laughing, having fun. You see the businesses that are just overjoyed with the success of the sales that day. You get to know people on a more personal level. I've made some of my best friends from being involved with Main Street. You really get to see the community come together to make our downtown a great place. And there is a lot of reward in volunteering with other organizations. I volunteer with a couple other local organizations. There is just something so warm and fuzzy about planning that holiday walk amongst other events and seeing the turnout.
Now, as you just mentioned, the Holiday Walk, what other events and projects does Main Street Greensburg do?
Yeah, so we host our local farmers market, which runs from mid-May to September. We have Let's Go Girls, which was a first-time event last year, and we're excited to see it return again this year. We offer a community cleanup. We have the Holiday Walk, and we're kind of excited to see, hopefully to integrate with some other events and maybe not take them on, but we'd like to collaborate with a car show in partnership with our farmers market. So we're hoping that we can partner with some other organizations to expand our current events instead of adding to our events.
No, that's a great idea. And back to volunteering, how much time do volunteers usually commit? Is there a specific?
So again, it's very flexible. We definitely talk to you before you come on as a volunteer and talk about your time commitment availability. We've seen a lot of people say that they just want to do event volunteers, and they'll say, I just want to do 2 or 3 events this year and see how it goes. And then once they do their first event, you can see like the excitement, and then they become a committee member, then they become a board member. So if you're a committee member, you're going to see 3 to 5 hours a month. A board member is probably 5 to 10, depending on the month and the time of year and what we have going on. And then the event volunteers, it's really flexible. You could just do 1 hour, or you could do 5 hours for the whole year. So we understand that people have things going on in their life. We try not to take everyone's time all the time, but we see a lot of people that get started and they want to end up committing more than what they had originally signed up for.
And how would you start the process of being a volunteer? Is there anything?
Yeah, so anyone who's interested can just reach out to our office. I will typically, do an introduction and talk about volunteer opportunities. We always like to have a meeting with volunteers one-on-one to get a feel for their personality, what makes them passionate about what they do, if they like event planning, if they would be great on our economic vitality committee meeting, or so we find out who the person is to the core in a sit-down. And then I typically direct them to the committee chair for whatever committee they want to join, or if they want to become a board member, I introduce them to the president so that we can make those steps forward. Anyone is always welcome to come drop in on our committee meetings. I always say to sample what you think you're going to like, and you could even say you want to join the design committee and then later decide I want to switch to promotions. That happens. People's time commitments and what they're passionate about or what they want to focus on at the time changes, and we're happy to make those accommodations.
How long have you been with Main Street Greensburg?
So I would say about 3.5 years currently, and hopefully many more.
And did you already mention how many businesses are in the Main Street Greensburg district?
Yes, so we have over 120.
Okay.
And that is changing constantly. We have some new businesses that'll be popping up soon.
Oh, that's great.
I do want to talk about some of our programmings that we also offer as Main Street Greensburg. So we aren't just always planning events. We offer a lot of technical assistance as well. So if you are a downtown business owner and you're listening, please always know that my office is open for assistance. I have helped people, just reviewed their annual numbers to see what type of profit percentage they're at for the year. I'm happy to help set up your point of sale system. I'm kind of a whiz with Square, so if you need help with your Square point of sale system, please give me a call. I love to help with marketing. Our design team actually offers a marketing analysis program where we will review a business's social media accounts. So we'll look at their website, we'll look at their Facebook, their Google business page, Yelp, whatever they have out there on the internet, and we will offer a list of things that they should correct or update, or maybe something that needs a little more pizzazz, help create a marketing plan for the business, and then we will set up follow-up appointments and help them tweak their implementation. So we've done a couple, and we have a follow-up at 2 to 4 months, and then 6 months to a year to see how it's worked for them, because we set SMART goals. So we actually create measurable goals for the business to reach with their new marketing plan. And that is all absolutely free of charge. So anyone in the downtown district can ask that of our organization.
That's really cool. So you're there to help them, and not necessarily every step of the way, but help get their name out more and involve them with their neighboring businesses as well.
Right, absolutely. And outside of just technical assistance, we do offer some grants that run on a quarterly cycle. We've actually changed it recently so that we only run 3 quarters, and we were able to offer somewhat larger dollar amounts by splitting it into 3-quarter rounds instead of 4, or into 3 rounds instead of 4-quarter rounds. And so we offer those for facade improvement. So that's your lights, your awning, doors, windows, paint for the outside of your building, and that's like a 50% reimbursement. And then we have our interior renovation grant program. That one's larger. You can get up to $9,000, and that is for energy efficient updates. So that one we've seen great usage of since we implemented it. We've helped someone install an HVAC. We've helped install window tint to help reduce sunlight entering in on a west-facing window. We had one proposed for drop ceilings, so we're excited to see where that program is really helping business owners, because if you own a historic building, you know how crazy the utilities can get, and if there's something you can change to help reduce your utility usage, we're really excited to see what comes of that.
That's great. So those are the 2 types of grants that you offer.
Yes.
Okay.
And then, we also act as a resource and help promote our community partners. So there is the Alma Taylor Foundation, which is totally separate than us, but we'll always let people know of their application and their grant cycle as well. We always refer people to the Chamber of Commerce and all of your endless resources. So getting in touch with Main Street if you're a new business downtown or you're wanting to open a business downtown is definitely something you should consider.
That's great. Do you have anything else that you would like to say to the listeners?
I would say definitely follow us up on Facebook. If you already follow the Chamber, we kind of post very similarly. We, have the community events downtown, but we also offer local updates, weather alerts, etc. You don't want to miss our fun events. We'll post about other volunteer opportunities coming up. And yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you for sharing your time and insights with us today. We truly appreciate everything that Main Street Greensburg does for our downtown and our community. And with that, I'm Lily Yeager with the Greensburg-Decatur County Chamber of Commerce. Thank you for joining Community Connections.